Adventure. So last time, on a rainy day, the intrepid band made their way through the castle town of the Kingdom of Cyril, where rain perpetually falls due to the result of a phenomenon called the Morning. He fended off innumerable wanderers, both big and small, and vanquished ghostly spiders and destroyed a very old demonic entity whose diet consisted of feasting upon legends. The drawbridge across the rainwater moat crashed over the canal, and you were allowed to pass. Who awaited you on the other side, amid a field of withered desert roses, was none other than Administrator, the automaton whom you met inside a study that was ridiculously hidden at the top of a pyramid in Olga. He explained many things. Among these details were that he is the librarian to whom the God Emperor Wenceslas confided plans to chase after Phoenix when the bird flew to the northern continent, and instructed a directive to light fires across the continent to serve as a beacon for the soul of Phoenix to make its way home, as well as imparting to you all that the souls currently housed within dragon shards are not eligible for reincarnation, and would be either moved to forged suits of armor, like himself, or utterly and completely destroyed. The conversation, as they sometimes do, was paused when views clashed, and Makayla brandished the Ember Blade, now known to contain both Phoenix's soul and God Emperor Wenceslas together. And this was met in kind. The forged metal armor reaches behind and withdraws a massive, heavy metal. Even this augmented machine wields it in two hands, implying its weight. One side is a fierce edge, the other carries myriad crescent moon-shaped blades that roll down and lock into place to form a jagged, serrated mess. I am Delacroix, the librarian of Cyril and the original Ember Knight. You may find my determination difficult to ignore. The crescent blades whir to life and begin spinning in the Ember Knight's weapon, not unlike a chainsaw.
Sick.
Let's have a different kind of conversation. If uncertainty chokes your answer, I will ask your souls for the rest. I need everyone to roll initiative.
And do remember, I am a source of bright light, and therefore, as long as I do not move.
Chuman and Makayla will still have the plus 1d8 to this.
Oh, right.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Oh, get on, Administrator.
Administrator uses his inspiration.
My flames of Reaper to produce his.
Let's see.
The 1d8, so roll that.
Is it everybody? Yeah, okay. Alright, begin combat. At the... Oh, you guys got a 1d8, so Chuman goes up to...
23.
23?
It could matter for, like,
And
reactionary
Xalia
actions, I suppose. But Makayla,
goes up to 16.
it was me. Not, it doesn't matter. But...
Oh, sorry. I just saw the... I only
Yeah.
looked at the last letter. 10. Alright. Let's see here. So we've got you guys. The at the beginning of the round, a warble. In reality, there's a ripple in front of Administrator, and he shoots forth a slightly blue tinge forward. This massive energy careens next to next to and in front of Twig before it stops, and it is an exact copy except blue of Administrator as he yells out, "I lay my soul bare!"
Yeah, he was an Echo Fighter in that one shot, wasn't he?
Let's see here. Where is in this as fixed initiative? Alright.
Initiative of 20. Goddamn.
Lair action, what do you want? Go ahead, Chuman and Pastiche as this unfolds before you. And this self-proclaimed soul emanation of Administrator, representing his determination, careens towards Twig. What would you like to do? Oh, right. These nerds are here too. Viravel's breaking up the rear.
Oh shit, we got Viravel on our side. We're winning this easy.
He stands no chance.
You look at him and he's already like he's got his war pick in one hand and his left hand, in his left claw he's got like this stout bottle of amber-colored liquid.
He just rolled low on initiative, so we'd have a chance to do something before he finishes up.
Exactly.
What a character development this guy's gone through.
Chuman's gonna move back a couple of feet, and we'll grab his longbow and take aim at Administrator,
Okay.
firing off the first arrow.
When you move away, the space you occupy is immediately filled with a whirring buzz of death and whirling death. Oh my god, crits you.
Oh, actually whirling death. Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wait, why did you... Hang on, that's not correct.
Goodbye, Chuman.
That's not correct. One moment.
Yeah, it's supposed to say 5.1 damage.
21 damage is correct.
21.
Yes.
Okay.
Slashing damage.
All right.
This blade whirls into you. All of the crescent, kind of like crescent moon-shaped blades slicing into you, your armor, tearing it apart instantly and churning up your flesh. It hurts a lot.
Yeah, no kidding. Blood-drenched arm, and Chuman is gonna still try and focus, and it's gonna take aim at Administrator.
Go for it.
20.
You let loose your arrow, and it impacts it impacts his chest plate, where he declared and like displayed this little inscription of words on his chest plate, and bounces off and up into the sky and behind him. A 20 does not hit.
Oh.
That's a tough one. Well, I guess I have the extra attack, so I'll take aim at then the soul that attacked him.
Okay. The arrow phases through the temporal entity. A 14 does not hit.
Well, this is Dread Ambush, so I might as well try this one.
Yeah, you have your third attack.
Regardless. Yeah.
Who's this going to?
This is still the
Blue Administrator.
The soul.
Yeah, the blue
Blue
shape.
Administrator?
Blue soul.
the soul. Alright. A 16, unfortunately, is also not enough to hit.
Wow.
It passes through with instinct, the soul brings up its weapon and protects itself.
It's definitely a problem.
How high up is this walkway we're on?
It is flush with the ground. It's just like cobblestones in a garden of desert roses.
Okay. Pastiche then is going to head towards the east. Turn back, mutter to themselves. I had hopes it wouldn't come to this. At least not yet. Reach towards the phantasmal administrator and summon a swarm of inky bees.
Okay. Bee time.
Love the bee.
Oh, actually, let me double check something super duper quick.
Yeah.
I should have written this down earlier. But or at least like committed it to memory. What's the word? Oh yeah. Sorry, hang on. Am I going crazy? Sorry.
You're good.
Okay. I just have to double check. See if it auto fails these. Oh, apparently, yes it does. A 13 does not succeed, so you sting it.
Takes 5 necrotic damage and falls prone.
It actually disappears entirely.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Your magic stings into it and forces it out of existence. It warps back towards Administrator.
Pastiche sort of dusts off their shoulder. Easy enough. And that's my turn.
Okay. Let's see. At the end of your turn, at initiative 20, let's see here. Administrator swings this hefty weapon above his head and brings it down diagonally and launches forth a bevy of moon-shaped blades and sends forth a bellowing directive: deploy moon racers. And oops, no, not the echo. You are Pastiche, you are suddenly swarmed by these crescent-shaped blades.
I see.
As these things whirl around you in a storm of sharp metal. Let's see here. Anyone else that would like to go? As there is no longer a partition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. I mean, my turn is not actively anything, so I'll let people do it and stuff.
Xalia is going to summon a grabby shadow monster directly on Administrator's head.
Okay. Let's see, where is our little buddy here? Shadow spawn. Oh, he's in the other folder. Bloom. Okay. Which one?
Despair.
Right.
It's the grabby one. Sorry, in my head I said that by saying it's the grabby shadow monster instead of any of the other ones.
I understand. Remind me, does it go on your turn or does it have its own initiative?
It goes. I believe it goes on my turn. Like I have an initiative, but it's immediately after me.
Okay, shares your initiative count. Let's put it in.
It shares my initiative count, but it goes immediately after me. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we'll do 14.9.
Oh yeah.
All right. Xalia calls upon the shadows of despair, and this creature feels down Administrator's Anubis ears pointed, and then curls around, caressing his shoulders before absorbing the space next to him. Okay. What else you got? That was your
That's her action. She's probably just gonna back off a little bit.
Okay.
And Shadow Spirit is just gonna have one attack of trying to smack it.
Cool, I dig it.
Huh?
I said cool, I dig it.
Just, grablin. Which is gonna be +9 to hit.
Nice.
Let's see here.
Like she's got +5 int and then +4 proficiency, so +9 to hit.
Sick. Let's see here. Where are we at? Weight of Sorrow? No.
Yep. It's the what's it?
Chilling Rend?
Yeah. Spell attack modifier, so yeah.
Okay, let's see if it behaves on its own.
I think it's +6, not plus. Why did I have -2?
-2, -1, so 3.
Yeah, it should be +9, not +6.
Alright, I'm just gonna modify this.
Yeah, 11 presumably does not hit, but
Yeah, we rolled a 2. Yeah, let's see
Okay.
here.
I can just do
Tackle
this.
bonus, get out of here. Plus.
I got a 13.
Okay. You said +9? Yeah. Alright.
Yep.
Alright, I have fixed it on the spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, regrettably, 13 doesn't hit. Claws, the cold, raking across this metal, and then instantly steam begins to form. Perhaps the metal's very hot already. Okay. Let's see here.
How does that level spell slot?
The administrator sends out another wave of energy. This blue coiling echo of its soul towards Pastiche. My soul is not finished with this discussion. At the end of your turn. So go ahead, Twig and Elena and Makayla. Elena's gonna yell out, we didn't get a chance to rest after to collect ourselves after that fight with that tarantula. Selene, give us a boost. She's going to cast Healing Word on, let's see, on Chuman, and throw it right into his massive fountain of blood. We're casting it at 4th level. 11 HP restored to you. And
Your help is much appreciated.
we got some Sacred Flame action on Administrator.
Oh shit.
The light of Selene pierces his his armor.
Nice.
14
Oh
damage!
my god.
Get him!
My wife.
Selene always comes in clutch.
Alright. Makayla and Twig.
So it got hit, so does the Moonracer Swarm go away?
It doesn't seem to.
What?
You look back. Pastiche is
With the
still
pecs.
still in a vortex of blade and sharp.
Okay. So. Okay. This text is not real. Alright then. Makayla looks back to Elena and says, "Fortunately, I do not believe Administrator would have given us the chance." Then looks back towards Administrator. "If you wish to test our spirit, our will, then you'll find mine unbreaking." And she cuts a line in the sand, or in sort of the ground in front of her with the ember blade, and then casts conjure animals.
Sure.
And it's gonna be, eight beasts, 8 burbs, all at once.
Alright.
Get 'em, fellas.
And it says, "For we are not, and never are alone." And boop. It's just...
As
Oh my
Makayla
God.
surrounds herself in vultures who pop in like popcorn and feathers.
Well, it'll just be on Blue Administrator. And yeah, it's my action.
How many do you get? 8?
I mean, it's 8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
You were surrounded by 8.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I am. I can't. There we go. Oh, I can delete them. Thank you for allowing me to do that. There we go.
Okay.
Symmetry. And do you want me to roll for these initiatives, or all at once, like last time,
roll
or would you
initiative.
prefer to just work like Shadow Spawn, where it's just after me?
No, they have their own initiative. We're gonna use this guy. You can go
Okay.
ahead and roll him. Unless you want me to press the fun D20 button.
Alright. You've got a 10.
Dun,
Which
dun.
is same as me. Look at that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
My internet browser appears to have crashed.
Oh,
too
no.
many vultures.
Okay, I'll when it becomes your turn again, Xalia, if you're still not back in, I'll just describe the scene.
Yeah. I don't want to lose these tabs. Oh.
I'm pretty sure if you force close it, it still asks if you want to restore the tabs.
It didn't ask if I wanted to restore the tabs.
Oh.
Check.
I was gonna
check
say you can pin the tabs and it'll bring them back up the next time you launch the Chrome window, but it's too late now.
I'm not on Chrome.
Okay, well never mind.
No.
Check your history; it might be in there.
Yeah, I mean I can pull them back up. It's just annoying.
Okay. Let's see.
Alright,
Twig,
well,
what say you as a whirl
yeah.
of feathers apparate into existence, brought on by Makayla's attenuation to the sands?
Yeah.
I think
this-
Twig's gonna try to blend in with all these birds so he can sneak up behind Administrator
Okay,
and poke him while he's distracted by the Shadow Spawn
sure.
with his Jambio.
Go for it. Let's see here. A 25 hits.
Okay.
Alright.
You find a good crease where the armor overlaps, but not perfectly, and you stick it right in there. Let's see here. Yeah, damage.
25?
That hit. Yeah, that hurts him. You feel a couple wires like severed, and there's like a little little crack of electricity underneath the hardy armor plates.
For my bonus action, as that crack of electricity comes out, Twig's gonna grab it with his hand, and when he opens the hand, 3 spectral daggers appear and start circling him.
That's so sick.
That'll be with. Alright, and that'll be it for me.
Okay.
Alright. The birds do get to go, so here we go. Before Administrator does anything, just gets absolutely swarmed by these guys.
Let's see here. At the end of Twig's turn, as you slice these wires, Administrator swipes towards your beak, but you deftly duck underneath it. But it looks like that was the plan all along, where more of these spinning, vibrating razors launch from Administrator's Moonsaw, and we're going to throw another swarm on Elena.
No.
I don't think I can command these to like push. Oh, maybe one of them could, I guess, but go ahead.
Just push. Just roll them all like for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, an 18 does not hit, unfortunately.
Alright, well.
I'll represent the group, otherwise we just get bogged down in rolling 8 things.
Okay. This is for Blue Administrator.
Okay.
I guess if this happened like after Twig's turn and then I did vultures, I would have had one instead. Just try. I think they can do this. Shove Elena out of the circle.
Okay.
Or out of the swarm. Well, actually, no. It'd probably die doing that. There. And then push from here. This way.
Roll an athletics check for the bird.
Oh, I don't even need to have that one. I can just have this one instead here, because these guys don't have to be flanking. Alright. There. Roll the one!
The bird cannot get through, cannot find a safe entry into this cloud of circle blades.
Alright, that's the end of the bird's turn.
Okay. Let's see here. Which brings us to Administrator, the Ember Knight's turn. Let's see here. First off, he takes his blade, hefts it on his shoulder, and then spins only his upper torso, and lets loose a huge whirling slash around him. I need everybody within 10 feet of this dude, which is everyone up to Makayla, to make a dexterity saving throw. As Administrator yells out, "Waxing
Moon!" I get +4, I guess.
As these blades explode out from his weapon and coil around you, threatening to knock you back.
These birds are dexterous.
Birds are dexterous.
Oh, that was the birds wouldn't have that, but they do save. They don't have the 1d4, but they rolled an 18 still, so I need to do mine.
Oh, we need one for Shadow
Fuck.
Spirit.
Goodbye. Oh, I deleted myself.
Let me
Oh no!
Oh, whoop, goodbye! Makayla
have your
explodes
inspiration.
into viscera.
Accidentally.
You have the inspiration if you try.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration on that. Hold on. Let me put Makayla on the.
Resistance.
Actually
Yeah.
poofed out of here,
No.
man.
The Shadow
There we
Spirit
go.
class.
Hold on. I deleted all the birds, but I might be dead anyways, so it might not matter.
Where'd the bird go?
Yeah. There we go.
Hey.
Let's go.
That was close.
Alright.
Bring forth the birds.
Bring back birds. Give me a second.
Are you proficient at your stats so clutch?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There we go. That's where all the birds were. Proficient and that the orb of shielding, because it's a be knocked prone saving throw.
Oh my god.
So saved my ass.
Sick. As this whirling blade threatens to cut you in half, Makayla, the trinket you purchased from 3, the cat merchant who loves rocks, shines and glistens, and it, with its alertness, it lurches you to the side and you narrowly avoid it.
Let's go.
Let's see here. So that was his cool action. He's going to... let's see. Realize he's surrounded by a flock of birds. And then...
Literally.
And a shadow spirit.
Oh, the Shadow Spirit failed. We have to do damage for that. Let's see. 21 damage. And he's prone and restrained. As you see what would have happened to you all, the Shadow Spirit, as... Where is restrained? In the R's? There we go. The Shadow Spirit is pinned to the ground with this massive crescent shape holding its torso down. Let's see here. The Administrator is going to... whoosh in a line and send, like, you can see this tether, this faint, very, very almost imperceptible tether of energy linking Administrator's soul to its armor body. They swap places. Whoosh.
Whoa.
And this Wake of Vultures is about to get owned. 28.
Okay, they are owned.
Alright.
I was headed for the 2, I was about to say. Unless...
Why does it still do 2d10? I told you to get out of there. Be gone.
Administrator unleashing the power.
Okay. What is the HP? No, there's no way.
There's no way.
They-
There's no way. They're dead as hell.
Beak and wing and feather go flying. But let's roll damage for fun. Maybe he doesn't get an 11. This destroyed.
Which one?
This one.
Deleted.
Okay. And then we move towards Elena and we bonk her.
Well, not yet.
Hmm?
Because attack of op.
Oh,
Beacon.
you're absolutely correct.
Advantage. Still no. Wow.
No,
God, these birds.
Yells out, "Have you ever felt the weight of royal duty? Being the only one who shoulders, nay, is entrusted with the responsibility of redeeming the country?" Let's see here. 14. She's still hanging on, but now really bloody.
Oh.
And let's see here. Bump, bump, 1, 2. That's it. That's his turn. Hey, Viewer Valage has finished his very long, upended swig. Looks around, wipes his lips, his dragonborn lips. He's like, "Oh, what? We fighting? Ah!" And drunkenly swings his war pick.
No.
Not quite.
No.
Also not quite.
Oh, boy.
He is
Cannot hit.
He is deftly parried and kicked backwards by Administrator, who seems to have a far more deft grasp of close quarters combat than Vera Valach. Chuman and Pastiche. Oh, Blue Administrator.
Yeah.
I gotta put him back in. Yeah, Chuman and Pastiche.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Well, I believe Pastiche starts their turn getting chopped up.
That's correct. You
As you
suffer 13 damage. 13 slashing damage as these, as this blender of crescent blades chop you up, as you put it.
Hey.
Well, Pastiche is immediately going to roll out of this storm of blades and duck into this little gazebo over here.
Cool. It's waterlogged. The benches are waterlogged. The railings are decrepit, but it brings you some shelter from the pouring rain.
Seeing Elena caught within a whirlwind of blades, Chuman summons the Wildfire Spirit, and did I actually thought I had a counter? Hold on.
Holding on. In the meantime, Pastiche, you got anything else? You exit the storm of blades. You see a storm of vultures, a storm ahead, ever more churning wheels slicing around Administrator, the Ember Knights, Moonsaw.
Yeah, Pastiche is gonna bring their palms together, start forming an orb of ink, and huck it towards Administrator.
Hiya! Do it. I regret to inform you, a 20 does not hit.
Mm-hmm.
What damage type would it be?
Lightning.
Okay. The lightning, you hurl this veritable hurricane of lightning. It crackles through the rain. It disperses across his arcane weave, treated back. Thunder immediately follows the lightning flashes. Administrator turns to you. If the one you held in idolation had perished, would you not carry their wishes?
I can't be sure I would. Pastiche says, pulling a potion from their pouch, taking a sip.
Slurp, slurp. Cherry? This one's artificial cherry.
Could be worse.
Chuman's going to pull out his lasso and attempt to grab Elena and
Okay.
pull her.
Do it.
I need just a regular attack.
Yeah, it's a grapple attack. Uses one of your multi attacks.
Say that one more time. I think I had the music too loud.
Yeah, it's just a regular grapple attack. Uses one of your multi attacks.
Okay.
It's a strength check.
Yeah,
It's
so,
not like an actual attack.
Athletics. but subtract 3 from the roll. Well,
Oh no.
as you hurl your lasso towards Elena to pull her out of danger's way, the storm of crescent moons slice up your lasso.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
But then, through the sheer impossibility of the whole thing, your lasso, the holding on by its bare single rope thread, does cinch around Elena.
And then, in the moment that Chuman sees the thread of a rope wrap around Elena, he pulls hard to pull her towards himself out of the circle of blades.
You successfully yoink Elena out of there. She lands next to you, on hands and knees.
And
That expends 10 feet of movement. Sorry, 20 feet of movement.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Action in 20 feet.
You have 1 attack left in your bonus action, and 10 feet of movement.
Okay. Chuman is actually going to... Oh, no, I can't use that. That's action. Actually, he'll just move back a little, just to kind of reposition away from Administrator.
Sure.
And I believe that's it. Because Lasso took my action, correct?
Yeah, it took your attack action.
Okay.
Alright, let's see here.
Yeah, so then I wouldn't be able to use Flame Arrows then, since that's also an action.
Right, that would be a spell.
Right. Yep, I'm done then.
Okay. Bump, bump. The Echo's turn. Let's see. This blue representation of Delacroix's soul hefts its mighty whirling saw towards Twig, attacking without restraint. Oh no! 25.
That is gonna hit.
Okay. Whoops, hang on. 16 slashing damage. Alright, let me change the template I'm pulling from.
Alright, Twig will use Uncanny Dodge to make it 8.
Okay, cool. 8 damage to you, and it uses the momentum, spins around, and flings another flurry of blades out from the moonsaw. As you hear across the way near Viravalge, execute waning moon. Let's see here. Moonrazor Swarm. That's gonna be on you.
Okay.
Let's see here, and that one, and then it will use its movement to zwarp this way.
It uses its actual movement, right?
Actually, it'll be something like this. Yes, it does.
Get him.
Oh, so close. God, these birds suck.
They're CR half. What do you want from them?
They're 1/4. They're not even a half.
Whoops. Oh, he's not that crazy. There you go.
Oh yeah, you used your reaction. A Shadow Spawn could do something.
Yeah.
The Shadow Spawn can do something. What would the Shadow Spawn like to do? Or as far as like attack of opportunity, would you like to use it?
Are you muted?
You muted.
Erys.
Oh, shit, sorry, I'm alive. What's up?
The soul of Administrator has moved away from the Despair Spirit. Would you like to use this attack of opportunity?
Yes, I would.
Alright. It is currently prone, so it's going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh.
17 does not hit.
Why does it have +3? It should just be +9 total.
5 plus 9, so 14 then.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's pulling something funky from... Let me take a look. Details.
This is why I just rolled the d20 and add the numbers in my head.
You probably have the correct idea. Alright, yeah, we'll just do that from now on.
Wait, why was it disadvantaged?
It's prone and
It's
restrained.
prone and restrained.
Oh.
Wait, restrained?
It is currently pinned to the ground by a huge crescent-shaped blade holding its torso.
Right. Yep.
It would have...
I remember.
Or... Oh.
You
The attack would technically happen here, right? Not
Yes.
here? Okay, then, yeah.
The spirit can make a strength check on its turn as its action. It's only DC 15, and he can try to get out of there. But until then, it's prone and restrained. Let's see here, which brings us to...
Not having reaction
Wait,
attacks
that means that-
suck.
That means Twig can attack too.
I use my reaction on Uncanny Dodge.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Can I use Polearm Master with a explicitly not polearm?
No.
The Ember Polearm.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Twig, Xalia, the Shadow Spirit, and Elena, and the Wiggle Vultures, and Makayla.
Shadow Spirit's gonna try to get out.
Very nice!
Nice.
Natural 20. The Shadow Spirit just kind of like slithers around it. It looks unhappy that it did.
Yeah, it does that. And I assume that's its entire action, question mark?
Yeah, it'll be an action to do the check.
Okay. It'll still wiggle over to Administrator Soul.
Okay.
Xalia is... I'm deciding how stupid I want her to be.
Yeah, Twig, the Wicked Vultures, and Twig suffer 12 damage from the coil of blades flying around at breakneck storm speeds.
Oh, we both rolled the same dice. That's kind of funny.
Uh-huh.
Right. Ooh.
Man, I love this spell.
Mhm.
I'm upcasting it.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
Level
Oh.
3.
Let's see. I didn't write out an upcasting, but it makes sense that it is improved by 1d10 each level.
Okay.
If you're here, you get advantage. On the
Sorry?
attack.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, for flanking
Is the
with my
vulture?
bird.
She has advantage
Oh,
on
right.
it anyway.
Does
Yeah.
she? Oh, is it metal?
No, just because Jolty
Alright.
Circuit is make a melee spell attack with advantage. Because it
Oh,
does something
okay.
funny if it doesn't hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then.
Basically, I'm vaguely hoping to knock him into his own blade.
Okay. A 22 just barely hits.
God.
Tell me about how cool electricity is.
Pretty cool. You know, she's gonna kind of sidle up, shift herself to be a bit flatter so stay outside the range of his blades, and then just, you know, switch her momentum around at the very last moment to come back with a dragon shard pointed straight at this guy, zapping.
You touch the dragon shard to Administrator's armor. It immediately bridges the connection between your electricity and conducts straight into him. There's a huge crackle, and sparks fly as he suffers a gajillion damage. This is a strength saving throw?
Yep.
What's the DC? 17?
Not that high.
Alright, unfortunately he does succeed the strength saving throw. He, the force of the lightning exploding right next to him threatens to send him back, but he immediately digs a metal robotic foot into a bed of roses, petals flying everywhere, and keeps him there. But he does suffer egregious damage.
Weak to lightning. I understand.
You smell ozone in the air. That fried electrical smell. And you get the idea that this was rather effective. He turns to you and well, not turns. He takes this brunt of it and says, let's see here. Would you consign these souls to eternal stasis? To oblivion?
He just kind of blinks at him. Thinks on it for a moment. Nods.
Okay. Let's see. That's Xalia's turn.
Mm-hmm. And a Shadow Spirit.
And the Shadow Spirit. Elena is going to use half her movement to get up. Who just got owned? Was it Twig? Yeah. I'm sorry to say it like that. It's funny.
I'm not owned.
I'm not owned.
Corn cob. Does Alma have an initiative?
He does not.
You look
He's
over
a lover,
at
not a fighter.
you look over at the bird, and he appears to be trying to be inconspicuous.
Fair enough.
He's like boop boop. He just kind of hops.
He's just a bird. I mean, why would he be in the fight?
Let's see here. Elena looks over to Twig. Razor is coiling around him. And yells out, "Twig! Selenay, please!" And she gives you encouraging words. And you feel the glow of Selenay around your shoulders. 13.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see, and then she's gonna call down the might of Selenay on Administrator. What the heck? See if we can get a twofer.
It worked the first time.
It did. Holy crap!
Oh,
Nice.
Selenay is
Dex
putting
saves
in
are
work.
terrible. Get him.
Selenay is putting in work.
If you have the lightning bolt spell, use it now.
I don't.
Selenay is unironically the MVP of this campaign, by the way.
And Elena runs very far away, covered in blood, limping into the color of her blood is mixing with the wilted roses that she's trampling. Okay. I need Twig and Makayla and the vultures.
Did you have anything, Makayla, or should I go first?
I mean, I can attack the Administrator's spirit. And then yeet my vultures at actual Administrator.
Yeah, you can go ahead first.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, I don't have... Do not have Emberblade on my hotbar. That's also not the right button.
Hang on. 2 of the Moonrazor swarms, the one that was harassing Elena and the one that Pastiche did get cut up by, disappear. And the blades fall harmlessly into the ground, cutting out more of the petals of the roses.
1 attack at advantage.
This is the Echo? The soul?
Yeah, Yep, the echo.
Alright. 18 hits, the echo.
Nice.
You cleave it. The soul is cut in twain. It absorbs, goes upwards, and then hurls back in an arc towards the administrators.
I move myself. Okay, 5 feet closer with my gathering swarm, and then I'll just send my birds. I don't want to move. I cannot afford to not have not having my disadvantage if he attacks me. So birds swarm, be a nuisance, and they attack.
Okay. As your vultures descend upon Administrator,
Ugh.
connect with him. As your
Right.
vultures descend
Finally got
upon
it.
Administrator and find purchase in the wires and connections in his body, he yells out to you, Makayla, duty to the souls of the lost shirked because you disagree with the method of victory. Will you then don the mask of betrayal? Six damage. Owie.
Actually, is it just one? So if they're all rolling as one, is it only one attack, like one damage?
No, he takes these 4 instances.
Oh
We're,
shit!
we're just trying to move it along.
Okay, fair enough. I'll keep some birds in the back as protection.
Dang birds in the back.
Just
Birds
kinda,
on deck.
Bird bouncers.
one over here, and then one just kind of vibing over here. Yeah. Makayla would call back. I'd rather grant souls a final rest than doom them to an eternity of living in a metal machine. And end her turn.
Cool. Who do you have left, Twig?
Yeah. Twig's gonna step out of the blades that aren't his. And he's gonna take out Bookmark, make a small mark on the ground under him, and whisper, here.
Cool.
I'll just make a mark there. Then he's gonna run over to Administrator and take a stab with the Jambia.
Cool. You just you hit him, yeah. 28 is beefy.
Wait, that's a crit, no?
Oh, wait.
19 crit.
Hey.
Hit on 19.
The diamonds you coated, you had your Jambia coated in this blade that was bestowed to you by Anna herself as a welcome present to establish your identity that you later retrieved and had improved. It glistens in
That's
the
big.
crackling lightning as you deliver a telling blow to Administrator's armor. That hurts, what the heck? How much HP does he have left?
Did you roll? Oh yeah, you did.
You hear something snap, and the whirl of blades that you just were at, you hear them clamber down into the cobbles of the path surrounding the fountain, harmless.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. As you
Oh, did Administrator make a saving throw for the Beacon Talon?
for this
Does it get
saving
hit,
throw?
right? Yeah, they gotta make a strength saving throw, be knocked prone
Oh,
by the Wake of Vultures.
no, he did not. Let's make that now.
It's a DC 11, so probably.
Over the
Bird's got-
one.
Bird's got this.
Yeah,
Never mind.
it's fine.
Oh, I forgot to. Oh well. It's okay. Let's see here. Twig, you deliver this telling blow. And he goes in response, leaning into the attack and delivering an upward slice from your legs with his moonsaw. Hi-yah! He speaks to you as he does this. The Khorzian saying, "I will come back for you." Those are the words I spoke to my king when I severed his soul from body. I had to wait centuries, but I promised to come back. And
That's gonna hit one of the blades. It'll just be completely obliterated.
it shatters into glistening wet shards. And he attacks you again. 21.
That'll also hit a blade and destroy it.
Alright. Let's see here. Let's see. I think that is... Oh, let's see if this charges. Nope. Do you want Virelge to take his turn?
Of course.
Virelge comes out, and by golly, he's got a war pick in one hand and some alcohol in the other. He taps the war pick on the amber bottle. Cling cling. I'm coming at you. I don't know who you. I wasn't paying attention, but everybody else is attacking you. Ah! What are you made of?
Good hustle, though. Good hustle. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah, great hustle.
the first one was a warm-up swing.
I'm made. Administrator turns to him. I'm made of determination and the fire of souls of countless years. Virelge is not paying attention.
He just gets cut off by a pick to the face.
Let's see here. Oh, whoops, turned it off. Where is it? On demand? Yeah. Virelge is...
You cut the music and I thought that was the kill.
You might
I also realized I was muted because I was losing my mind over the idea of Virelge kill stealing.
You might be surprised! Virelge slams his war pick, tearing like these tendons and wires that function as the clamps for his arms. The arm kind of like hangs limp and loose as the wires are dead and useless. He slams another war pick in him, and you hear the crackle of tearing wires as he rips apart the leg joint. Virelge's theme song plays.
Oh my god.
Administrator goes down on one knee, holding the moonsaw in his remaining arm, as Virelge kicks him in the chest. Ah! Ain't so tough. You're all lucky to have me around. And he belches alcohol and fire, spewing sulfur into the air.
That's why he's the goat.
Xalia's gonna scamper over and like raise one of his arms above his head.
Yeah! Victory! It was all me. I saw you all getting cut up by those blades. I knew I had to do something. As all of you, worthless without me.
Xalia continues to raise his head.
Virelge! I need to hear everyone cheer it right now. In unison!
Xalia will minor illusion his voice saying Virelge.
Makayla is looking at Administrator.
Do it, or I'll use my dragon magic to heal him, and then I'll exit the fight. You better cheer for me, or I'll be real upset.
Is he actually defeated?
Pastiche
Yeah, it's
just
just
start, like coming out of the gazebo, just walking slowly.
At this split moment in time, you're not sure, Makayla. He's covered in twig and vultures. You can't see.
Yeah, Chuman is just kind of like almost to a knee, holding his arm, but he's also shocked that Vouches declare.
I did it! It was me!
You're joking right now, right? We can share your names sometime later.
Now!
Viruvalsh?
Aye, that's me. Louder! So that the whole kingdom can hear it!
Have you confirmed your kill?
What? I beat him, what do you mean?
Sever the head.
Looks down at you. He looks down at Administrator, who is... his chest and like his upper body is like moving as if like heaving with breath. And Administrator quietly murmurs out. Everyone can hear him, but it's not the massive battle cry anymore. Who among you has the willpower to take Phoenix unto themselves? I am prepared for that cost. Are any of you?
Without hesitation, Makayla would say, I stepped foot on our airship knowing that could be a fate. And I will not back down from that.
Enough. Your fire burns bright. We want the same thing. I am a librarian. I'm used to the stories already written out, and it was myself as the protagonist. He looks up at you through this cloud of vultures flying around him. Like, one just lands on him. I remember now. Only life is important. I've been walking this road for so long, with only that coward dragon as a conversation partner. Perhaps it's time I pass the torch. You've won. Use what you've shown me now to carve your own path.
Makayla tentatively commands the vultures to kind of give him space.
The boisterous dragonborn next to him is like hoisting both of his arms above the air, or above his head, war pick in one hand, bottle in the other. Viru Vouch! Viru Vouch! Viru Vouch!
Xalia is still participating.
As the vultures begin to disperse, Pastiche approaches Administrator, pulls out Deal Closer, points it at him. This oblivion you fear so much. Are you prepared to face it?
I was going to take Phoenix unto my body so that it may be reborn anew. Of course I am.
As soon as he says that, Pastiche is going to pull the trigger.
Oh,
Make an attack roll.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah.
21.
You pull the trigger. There is a crack of thunder that coincides with the Deal Closer's loud proclamation of firing a shot. Lightning flashes, blinding everyone momentarily. When vision is restored again, Administrator stands there, still motionless, but your shot appears to have been slightly off the mark. 21 does not pierce his armor. Like, no, he doesn't raise his head to look at you, but he does speak. I want nothing more than to fix this broken wheel, so that the circle of life can turn once more. I can tell you whatever you wish to know, or you can usher me towards my fate. You have the power now.
Well, it seems fate has decided you will live to see another day. So, what exactly do we need to know?
You mentioned during our talk that you were tired and you craved rest. Let us move to the Ranger's Lodge so that you can entreat that rest. And I will tell you the tale from the beginning, and you can prepare your bodies and your minds. Now that we've worked out that bit of aggression, let's use our words.
Pastiche will sigh and offer a hand to help Administrator off the ground.
My locomotion is severely impaired. I fear that your help is appreciated. I need an athletics check from you because he's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Makayla would have like the vultures help prop him up
With advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, sure, whatever. It's
Call it
enough.
7.
With the aid of the vultures and yourself and administrators, like, is not paralyzed. Yeah, you help him up, and you're able to maneuver himself and yourself over to the Ranger Lodge. Let's see, which is this big building to the north. Let's actually, I actually have a different map for you.
Nice.
Very slightly different. Oh, that ends the combat. Verival just posted up in the just a quick little Batman cut, and everyone's in the Ranger Lodge. Verival is leaning crossed arms against the western wall, just kind of muttering to himself. Didn't cheer for me when I was breathing their warm.
Xalia cheered for him.
You get the sense that his mirth is not directed towards Xalia.
Hell yeah.
I think as they were walking up to the space, Makayla would have gone to Virval and just said, Congrats on landing the finishing blow, Ravage. It would seem, well, quite a step away from... What were you doing before we ever met you? Being a pirate, was it?
Viravaj looks at
Drinking
you.
away your sorrows at a bar?
Viravaj looks at you.
You've made quite the
Kinda,
journey.
like, scoffs.
And, like, pats him on the back and then...
He kind of like
steps away.
scoffs and like blows like fire smoke out of his nostrils. He just looks at you. Who are you?
Pats him on the back and just walks away without saying anything.
Does Viravaj have a drink in hand?
Yes.
And Twig's gonna walk up and just say, "How about this as thank you?" And put a little dust of deliciousness in the drink.
Oh man. Viravaj is donezo. This is the most... Actually... He takes a swig, and he looks at you, Twig. Sorrow completely fallen on his face. He looks absolutely crestfallen. He's like, "What have you done to it?"
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What?
Twig checks the dust, make sure it wasn't poison or something.
You poisoned my alcohol! It's not supposed to taste like this. It's supposed to taste like bitter and menthol and like a hot breath.
What does it taste
What
like
have you
now?
gone and done? It tastes like candy.
Twig just like sighs.
No!
I think that was the first nice thing I tried to do for you.
You burned it up! He falls to his knees and starts sobbing.
I like whispered Twig, like, I could fix that if you want.
Please, go ahead.
I would prestidigitate the drink to be
Make it
as
worse.
Yeah, just absolutely awful. Like literally just cleaning alcohol. It's Everclear. It tastes just awful.
What have you done now? Toying with my
That's the
only
drink.
friend.
Give it a try.
Make a persuasion check.
You might be surprised.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
An 18.
He eyes you warily. He gives it kind of like a little shake, like half shake. And he looks at you. You might be okay. I'll
Just
remember.
shake my head.
I'll remember this. When I save you and then you try to poison my drink by making it taste good.
Well, drink up, because I believe that will only last a minute.
Ugh. Don't have to tell me twice. Bottoms up. Glug 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 glug.
It still has all the effects of the deliciousness, so it's...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It wouldn't change that. That's still there. Oh, last 1 hour. Whatever.
He wasn't making
He told him
any-
a minute. He believed you.
Yeah. And that drink wasn't lasting anyway.
All right. Now that Viraval is taken care of.
You know, the important things.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the hero has been treated to a hero's drink. Elena is seated in just on a bench, hands folded in her lap. She appears to be thinking. Administrator is atop a slight, like a slightly raised area. It's like 3 steps. This area is Rather well kept. Red, just the color of roses everywhere. There's a couple statues in the northwest and northeast corner. Administrator is reclining on a large bench that is flanked on each side by an array, like a candelabra array, where they form like a plus sign or a cross sign. If you looked at it from above, of candles, just lighting the area. Speaking of lighting the area, is it too dark? No, I did global. Okay, good.
No.
What would you like to do?
Pastiche, after helping Administrator prop themselves up here, just going to take a small step back, but keep a close eye on them.
Okay.
Makayla would check in with Elena. Like, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine, sweetie.
With sort of a wry sarcasm, saying, "Regret
Selene,
joining us yet?"
Selene has kept us afloat so far.
I owe Selene countless thanks on this adventure.
No one has fallen quite yet, so I'm still feeling pretty good.
It is thanks to you that is the case. Thank you.
I'm just a conduit.
Humble as ever.
Let me. I think I can ask one more of something while we wait here. And she bows her head and folds her fingers in prayer. We should all be feeling a nice, warm hug from the moon in a little bit. I just have to beseech her her aid one more time. I can feel the connection running a bit thin for the day, though. She might think that I'm asking a little much of her.
Well, I doubt the moon has shone down upon these lands in a millennia. Can't imagine she holds much sway over these parts, but if you can, do communicate that we appreciate all the help Celity has provided us. And for you,
I think she understands. I'll try.
know that it takes more than a mere conduit to do what you do. And that even I know enough about religion and gods to know that they do not simply grant their boons to anyone. What I'm saying is learn to take a compliment.
Compliment? What's that? She laughs. I don't understand
Okay,
that
that
word you
laughs.
used.
Kind of just shakes her head with a smile. And would sit and try and rest herself.
Yeah, take a spot next to her. Elena, still smiling, goes quiet, and you can see her lips move with soundless words. Eyes closed.
Twig's gonna approach Makayla and just say, Makayla, what you said earlier to Administrator about Phoenix, did you mean that?
Wholeheartedly, yes. Her face gets pretty serious, and But there's still like a sort of a gentle smile on it. I was thinking on our journey here that, well, trying to imagine what bringing back the Phoenix would entail, and the possibility of perhaps it requiring some sort of vessel came upon me. And, well,
Twig looks down. I know we can't just do nothing, but is this the only way? I don't want to lose another friend.
perhaps not, but if it must be this, then understand that I have lived more than my fair share of life. All of you still have so much left ahead of you. If there is anyone at all that should be taken by the Phoenix, it should be me. I know that through, well, Makayla kind of shakes her head and says, cuts herself off, and instead of whatever she was about to say, would just say, know that this all has find comfort in the fact that you gave this tired old woman a death that meant a lot more than what she was originally thinking would happen to her.
Twig, takes a deep breath. I think I understand. Thank you, Makayla.
You are a kind soul, Twig. The rare breed in these times. And just kind of puts her hand on your head, ruffles your feathers a little bit.
After a little bit, Chuman finally gets up and walks up to Administrator. I believe it is time for you and I to finally have our discussion. You have a lot to explain to me.
Looks up to you. You have finally procured the key to the chest, and the treasure of knowledge is yours and your companions.
First, do you care to explain the relationship between the mark I bear on my shoulder and the Phoenix?
I can. What you have is called a dragon mark. I made sure it held the name over the centuries it's been around. It is a invested power that allows you to read certain texts and understand innately certain arcane presentations. One key one one key arcane presentation, and like the entire time he's talking, he's got this warble of a broken machine, because he's taken heavy damage. Many of his wires and servos are severed. He's definitely looking a little ragged, kind of barely hanging on. His arm is still swinging, not having like a proper connection that's holding it still. The one key arcane presentation is a treasure held by the Tumulus Empire, of which you hail. I never quite figured out why you ran from there, but I always assumed that you were in search of it, even though it had never left. The Talisman shows the way to anyone's desires in the sequence of events that must happen. I had it requisitioned because I was unsure of a few steps.
And by doing that, you decided to utilize us, the ones who bear the mark, as guides for the Phoenix? Clearly, we are not how should I say, a direct influence. More of an indirect, if you will.
That's true. Consider your country as a backup plan in case anything went wrong with the Plan A. We had several treasures held in your kingdom's custody as safekeeping from prying eyes and evil creatures.
See.
A stout responsibility, but it is...
Chuman cuts in. A responsibility indeed. Had one have been more aware of it, the information that you explained to me is not known, and is very well left under a hushed tone, even among the royalty of Tumulus Empire.
That's correct. Please don't take this the wrong way, but the directive was to only inform you on a need-to-know basis, and as events were proceeding apace, for once, you did not need to know. But be assured that you and anyone else who was in a position would have been made aware by myself, or he stops for a moment in case we could not rely on Raikel.
Raikel?
That's right. The name of the dragon that once accompanied myself. In our battle earlier, at the end, I had mentioned in my frustration. She ran away when I needed her most, you see, and delayed quite a bit of plans. But I've come to understand the reason. Fear is a powerful motivator, one way or the other. Sometimes you are simply too afraid to face destiny, and Raikel was.
This moment that it happened, How long ago was that?
Centuries. It would be on my second trip to Moonwatch.
You have not seen since.
I've seen her quite a few times. She's a conversation partner whenever I get lonely, or when we need to review the plan ahead. Her cowardice caused the death of 2 of my other companions at the time, but I harbor no ill will for her.
See. And Chuman swaps topics for a minute. The time you had mentioned that you and I have met a couple of years ago, I believe it was 7?
That's right. We joined forces to stop a rogue magician. Has your memory been jogged?
Not quite. Although part of me has believed you may have been with the king of Timolis Empire instead. After all, our features are quite close. I am his son, after all.
Administrator doesn't say anything, but continues to hold his gaze against you. The robotic features of Administrator, very pointy and angular, are unable to convey facial emotions, but you get the sense that he's doing his best. He's doing his best to smile at you now.
So then I was right. There's no way you and I could have met those years ago. Not while I was underground there for an entire decade. Though I clearly couldn't communicate that at first. Too many unknowns within all of this information. Mark, the Phoenix, you. It's only taken this entire time for me to finally piece most of it together. For a while, I believed that we were the one, that I was going to be the one that was required to hold the Emberblade. But I see that that's not necessarily the case. Which then led me to consider the fact that you were with my father. He must have had the same situation, or at least one similar to it, and instead decided to walk away from it, or I guess in your eyes, fail the mission.
Minister doesn't say anything. He appears to be waiting for you to go on and continue.
If that's the case, that he failed the mission, the only way it would make sense is that he made sure to not let me know, be aware of anything, withholding information regarding the mark, regarding you, the Phoenix, other than, of course, public information. Did a damn good job at it, too.
If
So then, Explain to me. How is it that you have not caught on to that and made your own precautions in order to inform me?
Something happened to Raikel, then I can assert that all of Tumulus will be on high alert.
On high alert?
Maybe that's not the correct term. Tumulus is positioned as a companion, extra manpower, a fighting friend, a guide to assist where the Emberblade, whoever got hold of the Emberblade, and if it was in evil's hands, to take it from them. And if both Raikel and myself ended up failing catastrophically, it would have been the Tumulus Empire, perhaps yourself or your father's responsibility from there, seeing as you were the ones able to read the talisman. You would have clear instructions. It may seem foggy now, but in practice, I promise it would have been well automated and have been abundantly easy to understand. You do have my apologies for holding you in the fog for so long.
Chuman just stays silent as he looks at Administrator. I guess your apology is the only thing I can accept at this point. Though it hardly changes the situation of now.
This is true. We truly are in nearly the worst possible turn of events.
Is it truly? We were informed of a Lynch King a couple of weeks ago.
Nearly. Not quite hopeless. The many, many long, long years of planning, whispers, prophesizing, and teamwork has allowed us to pull through beyond mishaps and delays and dilemmas encountered. You would be surprised at how difficult a centuries-long plan is to keep going while also trying to remain shrouded and out of the public view.
I guess I can't say I'm fully surprised, considering I'm one of those who have been left shrouded. But for lasting this long, I guess I should applaud you for that.
I had to make sure that if I were allowed to stow the souls of the fallen in the intermittent centuries, then I had to make sure that the bodies that they would be delivered to were quite strong. I was the first test. proof to the pudding.
Pardon my interjection, but if the other vessels are as powerful as you, what would you do in the case of a revolt? Say one of these souls doesn't enjoy their situation, or many of these souls, as it were. What exactly were you planning?
Administrator's dog-like metallic muzzle turns towards you. There's a brief pause. I had not considered that as an option. Because of the simple matter that when God Emperor Wenceslas was around, we were all happy. Revolt was a faraway thought. I had imagined that things would simply return to normal.
A belief that's
Pastiche.
in the past.
Pastiche sort of scoffs and cuts Chuman off. Normal? You bring a horde of people back into mechanical bodies and you expect things to simply return to normal?
If their king was also like them, they would... surely.
I believe you misunderstood. To bring them back all in the same vessel, as you put it, everyone would be of equal strength. But the problem is that time has moved forward, and bringing back God Emperor Wenceslas and all the other souls that has passed on, they are not obligated to follow the same rules as before. That makes sense. Wouldn't be bound by the same limitations as back then.
Administrator's like little neck servos just, and as he looks down at the ground, he doesn't say anything. I hadn't considered.
Just as much as possibility that the revolt between the ones who've lived now and the souls that come back would potentially happen. But you spent your entire time creating this plan, shrouding it for so long. I doubt this was even a thought I had came across. After all, that was something to deal with later, right?
I hadn't thought of that at all. So focused was I on fixing my king's mistake to restore everything to what I knew. I had not imagined what giving everyone extreme strength would, if it could cause their minds to wander. Surely not. My king would keep them from destroying themselves.
Administrator, your king is dead.
Oh, I've muted. Xalia just kind of waves in the background.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. A natural 20.
Nice.
The warbly voice comes in. I should know. I'm the one who put him down.
Makayla kind of gingerly holds the sheathed ember blade in her hands and pipes up from the back. And even if you were to bring him back, he has experienced death multiple times over. He would not be the same man. And do you think the people of the land of Khorzaire, who have known nothing of his rule for thousands of years, would simply lie down and let this prophesized king return?
Yes, of course, I had thought. It would be a glorious return. There would be cheering, fanfare, parades.
Then you have spent far too much of your past 1,000 years on your plan, then, instead of your duty, documenting, being the librarian of this continent.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Oh my god. Just what terrible rolls. A 12.
Okay. Just writing it down. Who would not rejoice at seeing their god emperor restored to power after many years of being away? Phoenix renewed.
My friend... Or, no, Makayla would not refer to him as my friend.
Ow.
You... And perhaps... whatever seldom few cohorts, or perhaps even call them friends that you have left, are the only ones that remember what once was. The people of this continent have built much for themselves, continue to do so with every passing day. They would not simply throw it all away for a king they perhaps never even heard of.
The glory of Cyril. Make another persuasion check with advantage.
Is something known to you, and only through stories from me. There we go, 25.
Okay.
Perhaps said glory can be brought back, but it will never be what it was. It will be something new.
His head hangs a little lower, and the circle goes.
This would probably explain why the time that you met my father, why he chose not to fulfill whatever mission he had. Contrast in views, beliefs. Been a long time since God or Emperor Restless has been around. Many times have changed. All the years of here of Khorzaire having to deal with the curse, managing on their own.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, that is percent.
Okay.
At the end of it all, it was a disagreement from the beginning. The when, I couldn't tell you. Probably have glossed over it for a long time now.
The word disagreement causes a jolt reaction from Administrator. He looks up at you quickly. And he holds it for a moment and looks back down. Gods. Was it I, all along, who was stuck in the past, frozen in this armor?
Chuman kind of scoffs as a light chuckle. It would be hard to believe, considering that time is no longer a factor. No longer live in an aging body. The soul nowhere else to go.
Let me tell you, a long time ago, on the balcony of the castle, my King Wenceslas did confide in me that he aimed, that he had a goal. He sensed a need. He would not tell me why. He sensed a need to extend his people's lives. Phoenix disagreed. Naturally, as you might imagine. And she flew. And God Emperor Wenceslas chased her to Moonwatch. He did not win, and I had to rend his soul from his body, and then wait until a period of time when his soul would first rematerialize and store that in the Emberblade. And then many more mistakes were made, and it had to be done again. He holds his gaze over all of you for a moment, assessing. I am at your mercy. You've proven in more ways than a single one not only I, but also what I hold dear as a relic of an age past and forgotten. I've been thinking about this one thing for so long. Documenting, cataloging, as a librarian does. Writing down matter of fact instead of seeing the desert for the dunes. I think the Emberblade is in the correct hands, not mine. Carve your own path. You have been granted the sword. I suddenly realize I am a little weary of this centuries-old tale of souls and swords. I'll support you whatever you decide to do. But know that within the Emberblade is both God Emperor Wenceslas and Phoenix. You'll need to separate them somehow. There is a way to do it.
Is there no way to release the souls within them? Within the blade. Only one, or keep the other trapped within?
There is a way to separate them each into 2 dragon shards.
The Ember Blade itself is
A dragon
more
shard.
or less just a fancier dragon shard, correct?
That's correct. A transfer of souls operation is possible. If 2 dragon shards collide, then it can jostle and jiggle the souls within in exchange. If an empty one is struck, then it transfers. Thus, if you make one whole dragon shard, 2 dragon shards, you could accomplish this goal.
How would we know which soul is which?
I do not have an answer for that one.
Well, do you know... Is there any dragon shards around?
I had prepared such a dragon shard on Phoenix's Roost. This is a long time coming, you see. Everything is ready. We need only traverse and go up there. In fact, you may already have the motions ingrained into your muscles. It is a tradition that I have made sure to keep upheld in Khorzaire.
Kayla raises an eyebrow, but doesn't respond directly to that.
You recall that every When you don't respond, you'll recall that part of every tishrei is the splitting of watermelons. These represent
Oh my
the dragon.
god.
I think it's now called One Blade, Two Halves. Aptly named.
Twig nods sagely. I knew it.
Pastiche takes a break from quietly seething in the corner.
Loudly thief in the corner.
You can't be serious.
There is not one sentence that I have uttered to your group that has been a lie.
How fortunate, then, that you face such an experienced group.
Do you still have that watermelon slicer, Twig?
Twig is already like flourishing it.
The victors! Champions, I suppose. I understand your meaning. We all got swords! As all of you take out and brandish your watermelon slicers, you can sense the gloom that was cloaking Administrator slide away, as the humor of the situation is not lost on him. The humor of the coincidence.
Well,
I recognize these implements well. Only the victors are allowed to keep the slicers.
It was all a setup then. Right from that moment.
well,
I mentioned self-fulfilling prophecy. I've been quite studious. When you're the one who fulfills your own prophecy.
watermelon aside, we should rest while we can.
Yes.
Despite your meticulous plannings, I doubt even you know exactly what will happen
You are correct.
when we try
Makayla.
and do it all.
Not knowing exactly what will happen has definitely contributed to the situation that I now find myself in. A broken, destroyed robot who is several hundred years removed.
I suppose the one who is in charge of
Go ahead.
what goes on for you, Administrator, will be the potential vessel for Phoenix.
That was the plan. I would
Anyways,
willingly
you
and
advance.
eagerly give my give my shell to Phoenix.
I thank you for answering all of my questions. I need to rest now.
Yes. Prepare your bodies, prepare your minds. There is a long climb, and there are intruders that have taken up residence in the Castle Cyril that are not welcome. And surely you have some adversaries. There are undead, there are demons, and there is a lich and their cohort.
Sounds like pleasant company. And we should also have, well, a few acquaintances trailing us, not too far behind, I'd imagine.
I thank you for your mercy, and I offer this lodge as your rest. I pledge my library and my cataloging system to you. If you still wish to end my existence, then I understand.
As appealing as the offer is, I hope that you can take what you learned today and... Pastiche sort of forces a grin. Paint your own path forward. Your body may be broken, but you still have your soul.
And my eyes have been opened. There's a slight nod, like a bob, from Administrator Zenubis' head.
You've still got plenty of life ahead of you. Don't spend it all dwelling in the past. Please.
I will have to think.
Pastiche will finally head down the stairs.
You hear as you depart, just you, Pastiche, hear a quiet thank you. What's the plan?
I think, if we can, long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, long rest. Everybody can hit their long rest button as you curl up in this ranger lodge, this kind of like warden area, situated near the big castle of Cyril. Kind of like a guard station that's used for traveling companies that would arrive at the castle, and be kind of placed here as a comfort. And yeah, it's clean, neat, dry, surprisingly comfortable. Administrator doesn't move the entire time from his perch up on the big bench. He just remains in a sitting position. He doesn't make any noises. Veer Valge, however, makes a bunch of noise. This man is not a quiet sleeper. He's tossing and turning, kicking things, like knocking. He knocks a plant over with his feet in sleep. Very loud snores. When he exhales with his snore, there's like little quick little like lighter flicks of fire that come out of his nostrils. He's cradling his bottle of his like big stout bottle of alcohol that it's still has liquid in it for some reason, for some unknown reason. He's cradling it to his chest in his sleep like a stuffed animal.
I think actually, during this time before Makayla would go to sleep, we'd check in on Olga.
Who?
Olga.
Olga. Olga is the name of the nation that Luxnox is the capital of. Alma Sonoma.
Oh, sorry, did I say it? Sorry. Alma Sonoma. Yeah.
Is the name of the bird, who is the merchant king of the Durlusk nation.
Apologies, I misspoke.
He reprimands you quite harshly whenever you address him as that. Alma, if you say anything else, you're not talking to me.
Makayla just like doesn't even respond to him correcting. Yeah, so how do you feel? How is it to sort of firsthand be a part of history and read about it?
I must say I'm quite taken aback. Normally I get the second-hand accounts from books, second-hand accounts from Zozare, but to hear this whole tale, and things I did not know originally, things that are not in books, from this metal man, then yes, I'm quite excited, elated even. I'm trying to remember it all so I can write it down later in my notes. I took some notes, you see. I think they're called quick notes.
I couldn't help but notice your lack of assistance in fighting the Administrator.
Yes. I am a bird. What would you like? What do you imagine that I will do against a weapon of that caliber with whirling death, storming crescent moons? They would cut me to ribbons in an instant.
A bird that managed to hold back a horde of wanderers while we were fighting that titanic spider. Single-handedly, may I add.
He's eyeballing you, and he doesn't say anything. He just kind of like clacks his beak over the trinket in his mouth. I was acting as your contingency plan. If things looked very dire, you would have been full glad to have me at the ready. Unharassed.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. And I'm sure you will be a more active participant in any future encounters we have.
Make a persuasion
And I
check.
kind of give it like a pat on the head and walk away.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. God.
Yes, I will definitely participate in a manner that you cannot fathom understanding. It will be of the highest arcane nature. You may not even see what goes on.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Makayla
I will definitely explain it after the fight because it looks like you may need to. Yes, I'll regale you with all of the tales. We may not have time. We might have to keep pressing onward, so I'll have to keep it
Oh,
brief,
we
or
could
perhaps
walk
not
and
detail
talk.
at all.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be moments that we simply are walking. We can explain it all then.
Yes, surely, and that's
I look
I will
forward
use
to
that
hearing
time
about it.
wisely.
Makayla is certain this bird knows no magic. Alright, now I'm good.
Harumph! Kind of like hops.
Makayla sleep.
Okay. What else you got? Anything else from anybody else?
Easy.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright.
No, they live easy, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. If you haven't already hit your long rest button, do so. I will restore HP to Vera Velge and Elena and Alma Sonoma. Alright. You awake, and Administrator, I'm just gonna fast forward. Administrator lets you guys know that is as broken as he is unable to, whatever. I may not be able to accompany you physically. I am a bit broken, you see. But I will be with you in soul and mind. And I'll lead you to the castle, definitely. I'll be here alone with my thoughts, mainly. But I will not be able to contribute if you get in a scuffle. And to that, you may need to prevent me from taking any damage. As you saw during our combat, if my projection is not able to weather any blows before it returns to me. Are you all prepared?
He as it will ever be.
No, you're not flaming it.
Yeah. I believe so.
Alright. Let us be off. Administrator whooshes out the echo of his soul, and he leads you through this courtyard of wilted desert roses. And we Batman cut to the scene.
Oh.
Let's see here. You arrive at this majestic castle. You finally reach your destination, guided by the vanquished and repentant soul of Delacroix, the original Ember Knight. You have in your company Vera Valge, Elena, a drunkard, and a moonlight shepherd, in that order. You have Alma Sonoma with you, the Merchant King of Durlask, an awakened raven. Among you yourselves, Chuman, Xalia, Twig, Pastiche, and Makayla. At your journey's end is architecture that pierces the sky. Lightning, rain, and thunder raise the water level and halfway flood the grounds. You walk through ankle-deep water on top of the sands that wilted roses float through. You can see shadows in the darkness, unknown creatures observing you as steel clouds hang in the air, flanking an impossibly tall tower from which the moon hangs. The stone of the castle shows the chaos that once befell as the morning event originated, with evil creatures pouring from all crevices and scarring the castle's material. The castle itself is monumental, spreading several hundred feet in each direction, with a huge double door reinforced with metal rivets stands closed in front of you. While the cold rain soaks you through, what would you like to do?
I think Makayla would just kind of be sort of awestruck at the magnitude of the castle and just actually seeing it. I would say, stories and descriptions have done this place no justice. To be standing in front of it now. All of you, thank you so much for being a part of this trip and journey.
I don't think we would have made it this far without you, Makayla.
Perhaps not. And kind of shakes herself out of the reverie. And starts moving forward. So, I take it many a creature has taken up residency in this castle now? And demons and devils?
That's correct. Their ilk are the calls of the morning. I imagine they would not leave such a wondrous abode. You're sure to encounter them.
How much do you know of them?
They are evil creatures that slash with claws, that bite with talon, that control fire, demon fire, dark fire, something completely different than the purity of Phoenix. They have different blood coursing through their veins that make them impervious to conventional poisons that affect mortals. And their skin is tempered by several layers of the Nine Hells that renders their hides difficult to pierce with mundane weaponry. Of their specific forms I know not. But that is a rule across all demons.
Alright, well, suppose there's no use in delaying the inevitable. I'm sure that they are well aware of our presence.
Let's at least make sure we're not caught unawares. And Twig will cast Gift of Alacrity on Makayla and Pastiche.
Cool. Write that down.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Oh wait, do we have is there a... No, there's not an alacrity thing. Who's that on? On Makayla and Pastiche?
Yes.
Okay.
Could put like empowered or something.
Yeah, we'll put empowered.
Mm-hmm.
You're powered up.
You're powered up.
Powered up. Get in there.
Mhm.
Wham. Twig, how does this feel as you give them the gift of alacrity?
You got me in the middle of a bite, sorry.
Om nom nom.
You sort of feel energized, and after a moment, everything you look at seems like it comes into sharper focus. You can it's like you can hear the individual raindrops falling. All of your senses just feel enhanced.
My thanks.
This is a level of awareness I'm not certain I ever wanted, but if ever is the time to have it. Pastiche's eyes kind of dart around.
Might be a bit overwhelming, but you may be thanking me soon.
You see, and as you all look around, especially the two that are ultra aware now, you see and sense many creatures and presences hiding in the dark, in the shadows, behind behind the rain. You feel like you feel like you're being watched, but nothing is making a move on you. Just like it, you feel like you're being assessed.
I think Makayla would make a proper perception check at just inspecting the doorway, the
Okay.
gate.
Give me a perception check then.
Just trying to see if there's anything off, or if anything sort of
Okay.
a trap set up or anything
You
that could possibly be detectable.
you stand next to the door, or you stand in front of the door, like a couple ways away,
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
give it a good old peer. It's made out of let's see. It's made out of metal. These are metallic doors. They are reinforced at the top and the bottom with metal rivets. It's like bands and then just riveted in. It is a huge double door, and it looks like it is the kind that opens towards you. You can see these huge handles. You look around. There's no gate or portcullis that could fall on you. The way there is slightly soggy with ankle deep water. The fire in the torches around you that are illuminating the area, they are flickering happily in the rain. The door ahead doesn't move. You don't smell anything bad, except for the rain. You look around. You can see hundreds of pairs of beady eyes that glow in the dark around outside on the castle grounds. Nothing's rushing out at you, but the door seems normal.
Okay, we'll turn back to Xalia and Pastiche, and would summon her swarm hand, the spectral raven. It might simply be safer to try and open this door at a distance. Would you two be able to help? I believe you know the similar spell. I'm asking if you could use your what is the actual spell called?
Mage hand.
Mage hand to open the door.
Sure, Xalia will try.
Okay, the three of you casting
Two of
Mage
you.
Hand. The two.
Pastiche brings a claw to their cheek. I seem to have forgotten that one.
Fair enough.
Twig's chest is like puffed out. He's like standing taller than normal. Don't worry, Pastiche. I can handle this one.
Alright. You all band together.
What is wait? Hold on. What does yours look like, Twig?
You don't see.
It doesn't look like anything. 'Cause
Oh, it's invisible.
Yeah.
Right.
Makayla, make an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay. 8, 15.
Okay. You all push with your magical with your magical hands, your magical digits, your magical prehensile arcane weave to open the door. It creaks from three hands pushing on it, but it does not open. Mage Hand is not powerful enough to move these heavy metal doors.
I suppose it's too heavy. Well, it's worth a shot to at least be a little safe. Looks towards Administrator. Your soul in this form, it still could open doors, correct?
It is. Though if it is trapped, as you think, then I will immediately dissipate and be of no use to you. Is that the wisest course of action?
Save your phone.
Bailey's gonna throw a rock at it.
Bong! Nothing happens. Except for the noise.
Close eyes.
Oh, if there's anything, could lose my lasso. Probably at least the safer course.
Bailey
of action.
does have a spell. He's gonna walk up and just gonna pull Makayla back, like wave her back.
Okay. Steps
If
back.
that's not enough, let's try its Alvin.
Telekinesis!
Cool.
Okay, what's going on?
Bailey is force pushing the doors open.
With your brain?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Blows up door with my
Okay.
brain.
Weave me the tale of what actually happens. Like, what is
Xalia-
Xalia doing, and like, what's going on?
Bailey is gonna try. Try the mage hand. See it doesn't work. Kind of shrug at it, and see Makayla approaching the door apprehensively. Remember that she has a thing. Walk up, wave Makayla over, and cast the spell. Do her little twitchy hand motions that break her fingers in 7 different ways every time.
Ugh.
And it's not a visible wave of force, but it does leave behind inky shadows which quickly dissipate. That just slams into this door.
Okay.
1,000 pounds of it.
The inky shadows kind of disperse as something kind of like splatters. Xalia, what happens when you push this? Just as the door begins to open from the force of your telekinesis, is the world kind of slows down for you five, and it pauses. The raindrops stop flowing, and directly in front of you, maybe about 3 feet away, pops up with a little noise, and it's like a frame, white on the outside, blue in the middle, and it has the words "Point of no return. Are you sure to go?" And there's a yes and a no.
Bailey hits yes.
It clicks, and the door flies open with the might of your arcane power, shoving open the unlocked door. allowing you entrance into the castle of the Kingdom of Cyril, where the Roost of Phoenix lies at the top of a tall, tall tower. That's for tonight's session.
Whoa. Nice.